Hello, everyone. It is 12 o'clock and we are going live. And so, as you come on today, make sure you give StreamYard permission to say who you are so that I can see you in the comments. We're not going to be long today, but there's something that I do want to talk to you about that I think is extremely important. I know is extremely important in your life, in your career, in your business, in your advancement in anything that you want to do. We're going to be talking today about your personal board of directors. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mary. Oh, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Good to see you on today. Um, and I really, hi, Dwan. Dr. Dwan, it's so good to see you. And I want to talk about this with you today because it is February. We are already into February of 2022. I've had people who have called me already and said, Barbara, I don't know where the month went because it went by so fast. Um, but the thing that was more troubling to them is that they hadn't really gotten off yet to a really good start, right? So today I want to talk to you really about your personal board of directors. Now, for most of you who know me, I'm Barbara Littles. I have practiced law for over 30 years. And in the 30 years of practicing law, I helped people all the time to build and to structure and to lead their board of directors. So if you're a corporation, if you have a business and it is actually incorporated as a corporation, then most states require that you have a board of directors. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for the board of directors. The board of directors serves as your governing body. So they serve to make sure that things are done appropriately from a fiduciary standpoint, from a process standpoint. They do not run the company, but they are responsible for the policies of the corporation. And we don't have time to get into that today because sometimes we have board members that don't understand what the role of a board member is. Okay. But today I want to talk to you um, about your personal board of directors because, we're all grown. Just raise your hand if you're grown in here. And a lot of times we think, I don't really need other people to tell me what to do or to see what I'm doing. I did that when I was growing up. I had parents or grandma, or aunt, or somebody who kept tabs on what I was doing and was always trying to tell me what to do. But let me tell you why a personal board of directors is extremely important. A personal board of directors is important because we all have challenges in life and we are going to face challenges, whether they are in our personal life, whether they are in our business, whether they are in our career professionally, whether they're with children. It's a number of things where we are going to run into issues. If you have not run into any major issue, just keep living. It certainly will happen. But what happens when you run into issues on a regular basis? Um, do you have someone that you can talk to or a personal board of directors? Now, I'm going to describe to you of what I'm saying about a personal board of directors and how they differ from a direct board of directors for a corporation. All right. A personal board of directors is one that's they are there for you personally. Now, when you are a member of a board of directors for a corporation, you are not there for the person who invited you onto the board. You are there to look out for the best interest of the corporate entity, the corporation itself. So if there ever comes a time when there's a difference between what your personal friend says on the board and what's best for the corporation, you are bound to do what is best for the corporation. You have a fiduciary duty to do what's best for the corporation. In your personal board of directors, your personal board of directors is there to do what's in the best interest of you, to ask the questions that's in the best interest of you. They are there to keep you on track. Hi, Chandelier. It's good to see you. They are there to keep you on track. So I just want to go over a few things today there are 4 reasons for you to have a personal board of directors. And this is a group of people, and it's a very small group of people. Hi, Pastor Loggins. There's a small group of people. And I'm going to tell you why these people should not be or outside of your personal family. Okay. So the personal board of directors is there for several reasons. They're there for wise counsel. They're there to provide direction. They are there to provide accountability, and they are there as a resource. They may serve as a resource monetarily, financially. They may serve as a resource in terms of information. They may serve as a resource in terms of relationships, but they serve as resources. This is a purpose for your personal board of directors. They are there for wisdom, to provide wisdom, to provide counsel or direction. They are there to be a resource for you, and they are there to provide accountability. Now, if you don't want accountability in your life and you don't see the need for it, then you have no desire for a personal board of directors. A personal board of directors is not necessarily your friends. Some people say, well, my friend will tell me what I need to know. My friend will tell me when I'm wrong. No, you need a personal board of directors that knows you and that who you know, like and trust, who have expertise in certain areas. So, for example, you have a variety of people on your board. There are some people on your board that maybe have been in a relationship, a great relationship for a long period of time. They may have been married 35 years or whatever the case may be. There may be someone on your board of directors who is great in finances. They understand financial structure. They understand budgets. They understand investments. They understand a number of things in reference to finance. You may have someone on your board who understands leadership or communication. You may have someone on your board that understands the family, the various things in your life that are important to you. And these people are there to serve as a resource for you. Most people don't get where they want to go in life because they lack the knowledge. Because quite frankly, today knowledge is very easy to pick up. You can pick up knowledge on the internet. You have to be careful what you pick up, but you can pick it up on the internet. Most people don't go where they want to go in life because they have no personal accountability to anyone other than themselves in areas. Now, this is the last part, in areas where they struggle and that are critical importance in their life. So people don't mind having accountability for places where they do pretty well. But I'm talking about is those places that you struggle with at night, that you think about when you go to bed, those things that haunt you, that you're not very good at, that you may not do well in. But you have this personal board of directors for your life that helps you and guides you. Now, if you do not plan to follow the advice of your board of directors, okay, then there's no need to have a board of directors. I know people that say, oh, I have a board of directors in my life, but there's certain things they don't share with the board of directors. They don't counsel with the board of directors. That's right, Shannon. Ouch. They don't counsel with the board of directors. And when the board of directors speak, they're thinking about whether or not they should follow the advice of the board of directors. Okay? I find this particularly true, and this is no offense to anyone, especially in the faith-based community, because people are quick to say, well, I know God, and I know God for myself. You absolutely do. But even the Bible says that in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. And so even with that, you need a personal board of directors. Now, what does this personal board of directors look like? They look like people, like I said, who are knowledgeable, who are resourceful, who are wise, and can provide counsel. I also say that your board of directors should be composed of people. You should have some people who are 10 years younger than you are and 10 years older than you are. So yes, you may have some young people or a young person on your board of directors, because that person is going to help you stay relevant. They're going to help you with certain things. But that young person also needs to have the same credentials or similar credentials than the other people on your board. So you want to have someone 10 years younger, 10 years older, because we know that the blind, if you have everyone on your end that you're getting advice from the same age as you are, it's the blind leading the blind. They have no more experience than you have. And so they can only show you or tell you based on what they have. So it's going to be people that you know, like, and trust. They're going to be people of integrity, people of high moral value. Because remember, this board of directors, if and when we ever run into a problem that we're off track, this board of directors is not a person who's going to sit and say, well, I wonder how Mary's going to feel about this. No, that board of directors is going to be a person that will come to you and will call you on the carpet in reference to whatever it is, or they will question you when they see that you are going off track or where there's something going off track. That's your board of directors. They are not afraid to hold you accountable, to be accountable. So then they're not afraid to come to you and ask the hard questions. In fact, your board of directors will ask the hard questions. They will, Your board of directors not necessarily should be family. I'd recommend not having family. Some people say I'm close to my sister, I'm close to my mother, and that may be true. And those people have a place in your life in terms of providing advice. However, sometimes those people are so close to you that there are things that they do not see that they should have seen, but because of their relationship, they don't see it. Or because of the relationship, they overlook it. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have people, outside of your family. That's why, they say lawyers who represent themselves have a fool for a lawyer, or physicians, should not, work on or do surgery on their own family, because there are emotional and other ties there that will tend to affect your judgment. And so you want your board of directors to be people that like, and trust, but people who are not necessarily your family. Okay. You want your board of directors to be people that you will listen to. And the reason why it's important for you to have a board of directors now is because when something happens in your life, adverse, or something happens in your life and it's a great opportunity for you, you don't want to have to sit and think, well, who should I go and ask about this? You already know who to go ask. You already have your board of directors. Those people are already established. And the reason why that is so important, because if you get to a point where you're off track, you've already decided in the time when you were thinking clearly and thinking well, you already decided that these are the people who are my board of directors. So you're not trying to decide that when you're in emotional turmoil or when you're just trying to decide what direction to go into. Board of directors, your personal board of directors are clearly see your blind spots, and they will speak to you in reference to your blind spots. I was telling someone earlier that, when we're driving the car that we're used to, we know where the blind spots are. So if we have someone sitting next to us, and we have no problem saying, hey, Barbara, can you look over there? Because that's a blind spot. I can't see who's coming. What we have a problem with sometimes is the same person or people in our life who point out our blind spots, because guess what? Now it's personal. Now it's personal. When you mature in life, you understand that you need that person to point out this is a blind spot, or perhaps this is another way for you to look at it, or perhaps this is another way for you to think. I had someone call me a couple of weeks ago, and they said, I want to get your opinion on something that happened. And they explained the situation to me. And they said, I just want to make sure, I felt some kind of way about this, and I want to make sure that, there's not another perspective. And so they explained to me the situation, and clearly I had a totally different perspective than that person. And the perspective was very clear because I was on the outside looking in. And when I said to that person, no, I think this is exactly what happened based on what you've told me. And they said, I never would have thought about it that way. You need a personal board of directors, not necessarily your best friends, not necessarily your family. You need people who like, and trust, who have an area of knowledge. Like I said, again, they have integrity, that they are people who are bold enough and have enough courage to speak to you in a way that will move you off of where you are and help you to understand that these are your options in the things that you're considering. We've had friends and we've had people who have gone through some very great times in their life where they had to make big decisions about some opportunities. And they came to 2 or 3 people who were their personal board of directors and said, what do you think about this? It's not that you're going to substitute the person's opinion for yours, but it's to get wise counsel and to get wisdom and to get perspective. All of us have perspective based on our experiences and based on the product of being a product of a certain environment. And sometimes our exposure or lack of exposure doesn't allow us to see beyond where we are. Many of us want to go beyond where we are, but we will not open ourselves up to a perspective beyond where we are, and therefore we stay stuck. So I just wanted to bring that to you today. I want to just advise you all, next week, Monday, I will be doing a live to walk through the new website that my company has up. And that website is going to include additional information. And I will have the actual replay or not the replay, but I will actually have a training on the board of directors and actually some documents and questions that you need to ask as you're looking for a board of directors. The new website is fabulous. It has a lot of free resources on it for you. One of the free resources I want you to look at is the High Capacity Planner, and it's free. It's a digital planner. You download it. There are a lot of other resources on there. And so Monday at noon, Milna, I see her on here. She's my virtual assistant. We will walk through at 12 o'clock right here. We will walk through the new website so that you can see where those materials are. There is one section on there that I'm extremely excited about this year, and it is called Lady Justice. And Lady Justice is a training that I will be doing once a month. And that training has to do with legal issues that women need to be aware of, and issues that sometimes blindside us in life. And these legal issues are issues sometimes that upset us personally. They upset us in business. They upset us in life. And so I'm going to be talking about legal issues. Men, you are more than welcome to come and get that information also. But there are specific issues that I want to talk to women about. So that will be Lady Justice. And Lady Justice is a new addition to our website. It's free. You can come in and you can download it. This is a year 2022. There are so many things that are happening. This is a year for us to get ourselves straight in our personal space. And so I found last year that working with a lot of businesses and a lot of entrepreneurs is that we don't fail a lot of times because we don't know, because we can get the information, we can find someone to give us the information. We fail a lot of times because we do not take care of the personal things on the personal side that we need to do in order to make our business run, in order to make our career advance, and in order to live life to its fullest. So I thank you for joining me today. I want you, like I said, this information will be written out. There will be additional information in putting together your personal board of directors. And I really hope this year that you consider putting together a personal board of directors. I will be talking on that on the website about how to actually put that group together and how to engage the group and where do I find the people who are going to be on my personal board of directors. So I hope that you have a great day today. Hi, Ernestine. It's good to see you. Hi, Joan. Hi, Ronaldo. It's good to see you. So I hope that you join. And like I said, Monday, we will walk through the website and so that you can see where the new information is. For those of you who enjoyed the negotiation series, we will be extending that, negotiating like a boss. We will be extending that this year. So thank you today for joining me. And I will see you all at 12 o'clock next week. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.